Sorry about those noises at the end.
A Lampalong.
What did you do?
I spilled my beer.
Yeah. And that's why you're not allowed to have beers while recording.
Into your lap.
No, just over the mouse mat on the table. And I ran out of tissue and then had to bend down and my head hit the microphone.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
very
Glenn,
good.
are you getting ready to celebrate New Year's Day? I mean, you don't like to celebrate the Eve, I've heard. So
no, we do.
I mean, you say Christmas Day. You're not allowed to celebrate Christmas Eve. So I guess it's the same for New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. So just gonna sit around and go to bed early on the 31st. Be ready to get up early in the morning to celebrate the New Year. Now we're ready with
and shoot up the fireworks in the daytime when it's bright and you can't see anything.
It sounds like a UK thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's going to go. The end. Move on. No, KJ, we'll be having a little drink on New Year's Eve.
Just a little one.
Yeah, nothing planned. We're not meeting anybody or doing anything. Just at home, having a little drink, and watch New Year in. Watch Big Ben strike magic numbers, and let's say hello to 2025. And then New Year's Day, we will actually have a nice meal as well. So we do celebrate New Year's Day a little bit.
Yeah, so I wasn't totally off.
You weren't totally off.
But that's the thing, though. I'm very glad we were... all right, and I'm going to do a big English word. Unanimously? Yeah, nailed it.
All right.
Hey!
All right. Me and the wife, we were that word I just said about having a very stay-at-home, relaxed New Year's Eve. I mean, if it's snow or if it's nice weather, we're going to be outside with the kids or whatnot, and then we're going to have a nice meal and then go to bed right after the fireworks, or maybe even before, because I've seen things go bang before. But the question is, we want to have a nice dinner, but of course, coming like the eating guild that is Christmas is. I'm kind of fed up with the Christmas food as well, and of course, yesterday we just had cheese and like sausages and whatnot, vegetables, just to keep it simple. But I can't really do that for Christmas Eve. So, any suggestions? I'm open. I'm all ears.
Why don't you go English Christmas dinner for New Year's Day?
What's that?
It did look rather nice, all the pictures.
Spam and minced meat? Minced pie, I mean? Yeah. Spam, sausage, and spam. That's the only thing I can think of.
It certainly wasn't stick meat.
There was so much stick meat in that feed we had. Jesus. Norwegians.
I mean, I love you Scandinavians, but God, I wouldn't want to eat there at Christmas.
No, it's not the best time. I would much rather have your Christmas meal than our own, I would say, Glenn. Because yours looked so much better.
It was nice. It should have looked so much better as well. It took me 5 hours to prepare.
I did not spend that much time in the kitchen, and no.
Yeah, it was 5 hours, several beers, at least one bottle of wine.
I would not be able to make food after that amount of drink. I would be snoring in a corner.
So yeah, a traditional English Christmas meal, I would suggest.
Or just start early with an Easter meal instead.
What's an Easter meal there?
I mean, it's the same thing as the Christmas one, but you remove the ham and add chicken and eggs.
Okay.
That was... Maybe we should just go Mexican.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah. And I'm hungry as a bastard now, so it's like, but they're closed. So yeah, maybe tomorrow.
So if you were going to go to a restaurant with your wife, what would you typically order? for your meal?
Depends on what restaurant you're at. But yeah,
So,
I
what
am
restaurant
a,
would you choose then, and what then what meal would you order?
I would choose the
Typically,
one on the court now. I'm a meat guy, so it's usually. I mean, now I'm fixed on Mexican, but I'm very fond of Indian.
Yeah, same.
So that's yeah, I'm very fond of chicken and yeah, mild spices on my old age. So yeah,
why don't you have an Indian then? An Indian meal for your New Year's Day meal.
yeah, maybe we should maybe have some simple tandoori chicken.
Sounds good.
Now I want that. God.
Can we break? Or were we just talking about food?
Can we pause the recording while I go and get a sandwich before I?
Do you make any fuss over your New Year's Day meal, KJ?
No, not really. I mean, we are very much. I mean, at least I mean, we've never been good at going to New Year's Eve parties because those are generally,
The worst.
yeah, at least one person is crying. I think it's
That's funny though, isn't it?
yeah, and people have their sights set out high, and someone have a crush on someone, and someone is too drunk and tries to shoot fireworks out of their ass, or I mean,
It sounds like the parties you've been to are wild.
Yeah, I mean, if that were the parties,
Yeah.
then yeah.
no, but it's generally bad. So since we got kids, it's been really natural for us just to stay at home and have a nice time. And now, last year was the first year, I think, at least, when the kids were actually awake until midnight and watch the fireworks. Because previous years we were trying to woken them up, but they can't be stirred for, even though there's sounds like World War 3 outside. And we don't shoot any fireworks ourselves because we live in a neighborhood where there are lots of people who like to spend money on that. So it's
Oh, nice.
so
Free
we
displays.
more or less we have a pretty tall house. We just sit inside on the top floor and watch through the window. We're being really like pensioners.
I just watched the London fireworks on the TV.
That's also a way to do it.
That's
so no, we don't
fantastic.
do anything special at all at New Year's.
Fair enough. Can we just change the subject and just go back to Christmas maybe one last time and talk about
Sure, why not?
the presents that we got for each other? I mean,
I haven't gotten any presents.
Have you not got anything from Haavard either?
No.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I haven't gotten shit.
Well, that's the first thing then. Sorry about that. It was posted the same time as Havard's, and I'm sure he posted yours the same time as he did mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad though. But you have something to look forward to
You
if
do.
the Swedish Postal Service comes.
Yeah, I mean, the Swedish Postal Service is apparently good at sending out parcels, but not receiving them.
It's perfect, really, isn't it? Because Havard sends his early. I get those early. You don't, obviously. And then you send them bang on time, KJ. Yours arrived on Christmas Eve to my house.
Nice.
And then mine arrived late, so it just strings the whole thing out nicely, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to opening yours, Havard, in February?
Yeah, I got a package, but I'm not sure if it's a Christmas package. But I guess we'll find out in February.
Yeah. No inclination to open it before.
No, I mean in the last video we established I'm a habitual liar, so yeah, I did open it, but yeah, still a few days after Christmas Eve, so balance is restored. And of course, I opened it in front of the kids, and they're like, "Who is that for us?" Nope. And then immediately they frowned. So yeah. But yeah, I've been using the honey dipper. It's really lovely. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
good.
yeah, it's
Glad you
really
like
nice.
I was very, very taken with the thought that KJ had put into his gifts for us.
Yeah, that was
Very clever, wasn't it? So what we received was a piece of wood wrapped in a piece of paper which had a QR code on it. And I'll let you take the story from here if you want, Haavard.
Yeah. And following that QR code, of course, you ended up with a YouTube video where KJ then presents what this is. And for those of you listening, it's his father at some point got a hold of some old wood from the Vasa ship. For those of you who know what that is, that's the famous warship that the Swedes built that sank off the quayside after launching. And no, that's a joke, but that's how I'm gonna pitch it in my video, where I build something out of some illegal Vasa ship timber that I got from a friend. Not gonna mention any names, of course, just to see if I can stir up some shit over at Sweden. But yeah, but it is. You can explain us better, KJ, what it is. It's some old wood that has been in water. Where? What? Why? How?
Yes, I mean this. Yeah, some a bit north of Stockholm is where my father's farm is, and somewhere there, while he was doing some digging for some ditches, probably he found some bog oak. I mean, that's oak that's been soaked in water for a long time, so it's gone black. Um, Black oak is what it's called in Swedish, if you translate it. And it's, I mean, it's apparently it's rather nice to work with, and it's, I mean, it's so far that it's illegal to take pieces of ships, old ships, because that's a good source of getting them. Uh, but yeah, so I got that piece like 5 years ago or something, and so far I have just given pieces away because I've never found a project good enough to actually do something with it.
Oh, I felt so special. I thought it was just us two.
But
No,
I mean,
I did
to be
in my early maker career. It felt like I had such a bad sticker that I gave some away just to when I did some sticker trading. But yeah, but then I felt like, oh, I need a reason to actually make something with this. So then I just cut 3 more or less similar pieces, and I sent 2 of them off to Glenn and Haavard, and kept one for myself, and with the challenge to use it in a project in the coming year, in a way. So hopefully I can manage as well to put it to use somewhere.
I'm not sure about you, Glenn, but I feel that KJ go to lengths here to specify that. Oh, it's way north of Stockholm, and it's of course not from any boat of any kind, of course. And I've been giving it away in small chunks to people. It's like how you dispose of a corpse, isn't it? Or if you're digging a tunnel in a prison, you just spread small pieces out here to cover your tracks.
I just want to help you with the narrative.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need to get this Lampalong done so we can shine the light in his eyes and tell him to talk.
Yeah, an interrogation lamp
Yeah,
with probes.
obviously.
Obviously.
I'm obviously a probe guy now.
You've always
Slash
been a
lava
probe
lamp.
guy.
You see this lava lamp shining in your face? You don't want it to go dark. Yeah, but I did actually put it on my list though. It's down. Yeah, it's the second to last there. It says Vasawood, so it's on my list for 2025. So it's gonna be a project.
I thought that was a really good gift, and the accompanying video really made it, KJ. Very, very clever. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah, brilliant.
I couldn't be bothered to try and write.
Don't ruin it.
the same
Don't ruin it.
in a letter. So I thought it's more funny to actually film a video. Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking, not ruining it anymore.
Thank you. It was a lovely gift. Let's leave it at that.
And the lovely thing with a video like that, you can set the publishing date, so then Glenn can try and click on the link and the QR code as much as you want in the month before. But he has to wait until Christmas to watch the video. So.
done with Christmas now. Let's not talk about it until next
Yeah,
September.
that's
Good, good.
It's been enough Christmas.
I was really annoyed the other day when I listened to a podcast that had 3 hosts, but they mixed it so the main host were in both ears. One host were in the right ear and one host was in the left ear. And I felt like I was going insane, having people orbiting around me.
Actually, that's when we did the first ever recording of this podcast, and we all had to go editing it, and I got Stephen to help me because I was banging my head on the wall because I couldn't figure out Audacity, and he set it up like that for the first ever time I did it. So yeah, I think it might be a bit of a thing that audio technicians like to do.
This was brilliant. I do like a bit of stereo in music. I mean, some nuances and
In music, yes,
but of course, I've heard some old recordings. I have, of course, inherited some old LPs from my parents, and of course, some of them are from the era that stereo became a thing. And then, of course, all the audio technicians like, all right, we have a new thing now called stereo. So, of course, we put all the drums to the right and all the bass to the left, and you have 2 singers like ABBA, for instance. Then we put them in single channels. And of course, I remember a story my father remembered because they were having a party right after they moved in, and of course, they just have a stereo radio that they used with a cassette deck. And then, of course, some people were outside, some people were inside, so they put one speaker out on the porch, one was in the living room. And of course, some of the tracks that were very stereo heavy, then you could just hear some jazzy music on the inside, and then every 5-10 seconds outside, you could hear "Woo!" Aretha Franklin or something, just doing some vocals over the music. So yeah, it doesn't work all the time.
Can I just do a little pause there? And that was fantastic, Aretha Franklin impression.
Yeah, I worked on that for a long time. That's my middle name, Franklin.
Aretha.
Aretha Franklin.
Same. But yeah, it would be nice to try on the next set. It just is. I mean, it's very easy to pan the audio left and right just to get a feel of how it sounds. But then maybe we should be the podcast that go full surround. I mean, of course, you have the standard track, but I mean, if you have a surround system, how hard can it be to set us up? And so it's like we're spaced out in the room.
And moving as well. That would be awkward.
Yeah. And
now Haavard is walking in front of me. Now Glenn is walking behind me. No, I had a similar experience about the stereo thing. I remember it specifically because we were on a field trip with school. This was like, I was 15, 16 perhaps. And me and a friend decided, oh yeah, we can take one headphone each and we listen to Jimi Hendrix. And they were mixed that Jimmy was in one ear and the drums and the bass were in the other ear. So it wasn't really that fun for any of us.
I remember this was before. I think it was before surround even was a commercial thing. My aunt, she had an old, of course in Norway we call them Opel, but I think you Glenn, you would remember it as a Vauxhall.
Oh yeah.
And it had 4 speakers in the car, and of course a cassette deck, so it was like top of the notch at the time. And I remember down in the center console there was a miniature joystick, so the way you panned the audio between left and right, front and back, was that you moved that joystick towards the speaker that you want to be the loudest.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. So today, of course, you do it on a screen or by some knobs on the player, but they had a separate joystick. And of course, it was cool putting on some music. And we kids, we just took that joystick and started making circular motions, because then the sound would travel in circles around us. And that was a cool effect. Maybe we should try that on the podcast, on the surround track, that is. So we just keep circulating.
I
I
thought
think it's
you were going to build that as a thing to put in your car to have a little joystick and play with the sound when you're bored.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic idea, and as it's your week for editing, I think you should totally give it a go.
Yeah, I might do that. I think I have a lot of
Yeah.
time this week, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually put some effort into the editing.
Yeah,
New
right.
Year's resolution.
Yeah. Oh. I so regretted it. I just sent you the Christmas gift, and oh god damn it, I got a brilliant idea for Christmas gift, but now it's too late, so it's gonna have to be for next year.
There's always next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. I mean,
Send it now.
when you're listening to this, then next year will be 2026. So it's gonna be
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
Not next year, but this year. But when we're recording, it's next year, not this year. So yeah.
That clarified everything.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So I saw a video today that I really liked. And it was a guy, it's a German, living in Norway, and he made a photo box. And of course, I've been having fun with this for a long time because in Norway, we call the speed cameras photo boxes. So whenever someone says, I'm building a photo box, you think of these gray, big camera boxes
the traffic,
at the roadside.
the traffic ones. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Marco built a full-size, oversized camera for taking selfies at a wedding. And that was, I mean, the video was brilliant, but also the project was, I want one. Of course, he offered to sell it. And if you watch his video and he's tallying up the numbers, I can understand why he would like to send it to a new owner. But yeah, I really want to make an oversized camera, but maybe.
Are you planning to remarry?
No.
To marry Marco to be cheaper.
He already has one, yeah. But then again, he's already married, and so am I. So yeah, there are some complications there, I think. But yeah, maybe you should just go the easy route then and make a fake speed camera with a remote control flash, and then in the middle of the night you just erect it somewhere and you just wait for cars to pass by. But
That would be funny. Probably illegal.
Probably illegal, and of course,
Impersonating a speed camera.
and the local newspaper has also had an article out on this weird guy making like oversized things. So I wonder if they're not going to come knocking on his door as the first option. Somebody put up a fake. All right, let's go out on a whim and call this guy. Like, do you know anything about it? No.
But I mean, but where I was thought you were going with this. I mean, in Marcus' video, he said that it's hard to find one at a reasonable price. And making a photo box for taking photos at funerals, I almost said, at weddings, but have it in shape of a traffic photo box. That might be a market for that.
Yeah, but that was interesting though, because he showed us. I mean, you could rent a camera for a day for the same price that he built it for. So I mean, if you could, you could probably rent it out, at least at the quality that he's built it in. But yeah, a speed camera that you can rent out. And one thing is weddings, but I see that there is a lot of people complaining about cars driving fast in their neighborhoods, and they're putting up like these reflective vests and cardboard cutouts of police men at the roadside. I mean, this would be really effective. So you just, all right, are you having trouble with people speeding past your house? You can rent this one for a week. That will show them. But then it's a legality of everything again. It's like, yeah.
So I worked out the cost in £2 today of homemade Marco's video, and 750 quid for that camera. I mean, it's worth every penny. It's an amazing thing, but is he going to use it again?
Are you asking if we're going to get married again, or?
Yeah. I mean, photos aren't just for marriages, are they? I suppose any party could bring it out again, couldn't he?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if he's planning on using it or selling it, or. I mean, he wasn't a stranger to the idea. If I wanted to buy the camera for a reasonable price, but of course I'm not going to buy a camera like that for a reasonable price when I can build it myself for twice the cost and maybe get some tools in at the same time. Yeah.
Really was a cracking video, though. Well worth checking out.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that. He did a great job. That's only his second full-length video.
And how long was it since his first one? A couple of years?
It was the last 3 Northern Makers Challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, the lamp.
The sheet. Yeah, the Sheet's Good challenge that they did.
Mm.
Yeah. The Kumiko lamp.
But was that this year, or was that last year, or the year before that?
That was last year.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, time flies. I can't keep up.
Who can?
I don't want to.
So, are we gonna play the timeline here, guys? So, how's the Lampalong going?
Wonderful.
Yeah, I haven't started yet. Procrastinating. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about timings. I've not thought about starting yet. I was going to leave it to the last minute.
Yeah.
What was it? The 4th? Was it that was got to be done by KJ?
The second is the
second.
publish.
Start on the 4th, end on the 2nd.
Yes. Start on a Saturday, end on a Sunday, with some days in between.
I'll get the footage to you on the 2nd.
Maybe
then you won't get a video to publish that day.
Let's get the calendar up on the Instagram page. I mean, yeah, that's me. Sorry, I'll get the calendar up on the Instagram page.
Yeah, please make it a bit more good looking than the rubbish I did in Paint.
I'll put some bunnies and cats on it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Definitely.
Well,
and scary.
I don't know what I'm making yet.
As I said, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the maker muse of all, isn't it? Like last minute panic. That really gets the juices flowing.
Should we take some bets on what the others are making?
You're just giving people ideas then, though, aren't you?
No. I mean, writing it down and sealing it in an envelope.
I'm pretty sure you're guessing that I'm going to make something on the lathe.
50-50.
Oh, you're thinking amongst ourselves, or I mean, all the participants?
All of it. We can be. We can. I can imagine a lot of people
doing things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Stop looking at me like that.
But I'm thinking. I've said too much already, so it wouldn't be guessing. I mean, you just have to listen to the last couple of episodes. But yeah, Glenn, it's going to be turning something, isn't it?
Possibly.
Or a musical instrument.
Yeah, a musical instrument lamp. Yeah, a foreskin lamp. Yeah, that's.
Now we're back in the nether regions again. That's so bad. What is a foreskin lamp for? Is it to put inside? Please change the subject quickly.
My eyes. But yeah.
So if you,
My brain.
The images are on the inside. It doesn't help closing them.
if you pull it up, it turns it off, and if you pull it down, it turns it on.
You know.
If you do it enough times.
No. No, that is actually a lamp. I shit you not. I saw a lamp. It is a light bulb, and it has a shaft, and it's like someone put a turtleneck on it. So to dim it, you just pull the turtleneck up, and it's like, yeah, that was intentional because you can't do that by mistake.
Oh, that's so bad.
I'll find a picture of that and post on the Instagram page. Ah.
Or the CMO group if it gets banned. Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, there's even a video. Oh, yes. It's called a penis-shaped boner lamp. So I mean,
Of course it
is. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Ah. It feels like a nice one to end this half pint with before it gets too half pinty.
That is very half pinty.
I think we got as
Very
half
much.
pinty as we possibly could there.
Yeah, maybe a bit too much actually.
All right, everybody, have a lovely whatever you're having, and hopefully your lamps are coming along nicely. I mean, not coming along, but yeah. All right,
Now we're
goodbye.
back again.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.